Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to start working on the this next CT Sounds build that is going to be for my nephew. So today I'm hoping to just get the box done. The box is going to double as an amp rack just because we're really limited on space. So I'm going to be working on that today. Yep, she looks like a box. Sealed enclosure, 5.37 by 42, and it is 12 high. So mounting depth on the subwoofer is something like just under 4 inches. So I've got like 5/8, I think, for the pull vent to breathe. So next step is cutout hole, and then in the center, this is going to be the amp rack. So that's where I'm going to mount the amps. So next step is going to be holes though. Next step, 10-inch template. So I already put this on the subwoofer, and this template is exactly perfect for the hydro, which is awesome. So what I'm doing is I'm just coming from the edge, just lining up the template flush with the edge of the plywood. I'll run my circles, and then I'll use a jigsaw to cut it, and then I'll go back and use a router table with the template to get my final hole. And I put the amps in the center right here. They're going to fit almost perfect. I'm going to be able to line up the CT Sounds badges. Everything's going to be perfect. So let's go ahead and get these holes cut out, and we'll go from there. Now, I'm pretty sure I showed this when I built that box for the JL Audio 10s, but I use the T-nuts to attach the subwoofers. That way, if the subwoofers ever have to come out, God forbid he blows it or something else, or maybe he just wants to switch to a different sub or whatever, he can take them in and out as many times as he wants. If you just use, regular wood screws, what happens is over time the holes they get stripped out. So that's going to be the next step. I'll go ahead and get the T-nuts in. I'll have to put the sub in. That way I can mark my holes, drill my holes, and then attach these guys. And then after that, I'm going to assemble the box. I'm going to be using pocket hole screws. That way you can't see any. I hate seeing screws. Hate it. So pocket hole screws, and then preconditioner, and then we're going to stain, and I think we'll be done for today. My phone was just about to die, so I had to charge it, and I can't stop work just because my phone's going to die. But this is what the inside of the box looks like. You can see all the pocket holes and, of course, the T-nuts. Now, what I'm doing for the back, because there's such limited space inside this cabinet, I'm not going to be able to get my drill in here and get all these pocket holes done. I'm just going to take the back here, and I'm going to use my countersink bit, and since this is the back, no one's ever going to see it. It's going to be sitting right up against the back of his cab. I'm going to go ahead and countersink a bunch of screws. Of course, I'll use glue. And then I'll go ahead and screw this down. And before I do that, though, I'm going to go through and I'm going to put caulking on the inside of this. And then once this is in, I'll stick my hand in there and use caulking on the inside so it's completely airtight. At the end of day one, I managed to get the box done. It is put together completely, all 6 sides, and terminals for the subs are in. So next step is sand. I gotta fill in a couple of little spots. This is a crappy thing about getting lumber from Home Depot is they have voids. So I gotta just do a little bit of body work, and then I gotta seal up the inside, and that is that. Final sand is done. I paid particular attention to the seams, making sure that there's no glue, because when you go to stain it, if there's any glue, it'll be a lighter shade. I hate the way that looks, and sometimes it's unavoidable. Otherwise, you wind up burning through the top veneer. But this looks great. This looks great. So next step is I got to put the preconditioner on and then let that dry, and then we'll get it stained, and then we can do the amp layout. stain is done. Box is finished. And I gotta say, I think it looks pretty darn good. I'm not sure why this is darker at the top, at the bottom. I tried doing a second coat, but for whatever reason, this side just didn't take the stain all the way down. I'm not super concerned about it. It still looks great. So next step is I gotta wire up the subs. I gotta get them in and mounted, and then I gotta do the actual amp rack part. And just like that, the box is done. So unfortunately, when you do some systems, things change. So what I wanted to do was use this as my amp rack space. However, what dawned on me is this space right here, this is going to rest directly right up against the back of his seat. If I put the amps right here, it's going to bring them out 2 inches more. He doesn't have that much room. So plan B, I'm going to build an amp rack that's going to go right here. Again, I wanted the amps to sit like this, so the CT sounds goes all the way. However, I only have 53 inches. The box is 42 inches, and the amps are like 10.5. So that literally gives me a half an inch to go in and try and adjust these. So I can't do that with a half an inch. So unfortunately, the amps are going to sit just like this. The rack will look like that. Oh, I turned that. As I said, the next step is going to be wiring up the subs. So these are 2 of the Hydro DVC shallow mounts. And what I'm doing is wiring them up. I'm going to go 2 ohm, 2 ohm, and then wire them together at 1 ohm. And the series parallel thing has always confused me, so I don't know if I'm running them in series all the way, or if I'm running in parallel all the way, or if I'm running series parallel. If you know, let me know, because like I said, it has always confused me. But what I do know for a fact is I do not know from memory how to do this. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to the CT Sounds website, clicking on their subwoofers, and then when that comes up, I'm clicking on the Hydro, and you can do this with any of their subwoofers. I'm just using what I actually have. Clicking on the Hydro 10, going down into wiring calculator, putting in how many subs I have. Get out of here, close. Putting in how many subs I have, which is 2. And then clicking view wiring options. When you do that, it will show you how to take 2 1 ohm DVC subwoofers or 2 4 ohm DVC subwoofers. You also have to select which ohm and voice coil impedance you have. So on the website, I've got 2 4 ohm DVC subwoofers powered at a 1 ohm load. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be running 1 wire from the power on this side, and it's going to go over to the power on this side, where it will be jumped from this power, and it'll come over to this power, where this will also have a jumper over to there. So All right, so next piece is I ordered, I think it's just 25 feet of 9-wire. 9-wire is 9 conductor, which means I have white, gray, green, and purple front, rear, 4 speakers, and then the 9th conductor is going to be my remote wire. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to come out, and then I'll have the remote will also come out. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this remote. I'm probably just going to wind up soldering into this. So both remote wires will come out. They'll solder into the one remote wire off of this, and then go all the way back to the front of the car. And then these wires are sitting over at the, they're actually attached to the box right now. So I'll figure that out probably tomorrow. But that's where we're at right now. So for you guys, this build has just been, you know, whatever I edit it to. Could be a couple minutes, could be 45 minutes. I have no idea. I'm not even in the editing process yet. But either way, today is the day of the install, and I have decided to do, since all of my boxes are custom, I don't like the idea of someone being able to just walk into a store and buy it, just, you know, anything. So in keeping with that, this is the plan for today's box. So this is my nephew's initials. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to center this on the box, and then I'm going to take a piece of transfer paper, and I'm going to transfer this onto the box, and then I'm going to take a plunge router. I'm going to route his name. Now, initially, my plan was to paint the letters white so they stand off, but once I router this, it's going to be a lot lighter than obviously this. So I'm going to see what it looks like. I might not even have to paint them white. So let's get going. Get you guys in here so you can see what I did. I mean, it stands out. It looks awesome. I didn't want it big and bulky and just stupid looking. So there it is. I don't know if I need white or not. I'm going to have to stew on this. My phone died last night, so I didn't record getting the amp rack completely put together. But here it is in all its glory. And this is the plug. So I had a factory plug for a Hyundai, so I decided that I depinned this, so all he has is the speakers and the remote and the corresponding wires right here. So this, so he could take his amp rack in and out. And then for these, I got this guy. So this is a power and ground plug. So we're going to run 2 wires come out. They'll go into this that way, and this will probably tuck underneath his seat. So he can take this in and out easily and won't have to worry. The only thing he'll have to disconnect is the sub wires. So that's it. And actually, I might actually make a plug for that too. I'm not sure yet. So anyways, here's where I'm at. And we've got about an hour and 10 minutes till he gets here. And then the rest of this video will probably, well, I'll time lapse soldering this up, and then he'll be in here for the rest of the video. So I have the start stop button in my pocket. I must have pushed stop right as I was getting ready to solder, but anyways, here it is. It's all done. So that is going to plug into this right here. So now he'll be able to disconnect that. So the next step is I got to do the power and ground, and we'll do that right now. All right, so Connor just showed up. I want to get first impressions of the box and the amp rack. So hold on.
My initials on there too?
What do you think of that?
Dude, that looks sweet.
Are you happy with that?
I like that.
What do you think of the amp rack?
Looks good. You do some good work.
You happy with it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so while Connor pulls the seats out of his truck, I am going to build the Deutsch plug for the disconnect for the subwoofer. So I had to watch a quick tutorial because I forgot how to do this. So let's go ahead and get that built. All right, so this is the problem with a single cab truck. You don't have a whole lot of room, but we got the box in here now. It's test fit, nothing is secured yet. I'm thinking I'm gonna fabricate some brackets. We're gonna go from this hole right here, we're gonna slide up, and we're gonna do an attach underneath the box. I'm gonna do that for both sides. He's got another hole somewhere, oh, right there. Right there. So you can see he did all of the sound treatment himself for a 17-year-old. I am super impressed. Took the headliner off. I mean, this guy's awesome. So that's what we're running. We got Pioneer deck. Yeah, I am super excited. I cannot wait to get this up. Okay, so what we're doing is we've got two straps right there. So that's where his seats bolt in. We're going to screw those into the bottom of the box. This is 1/4 inch plastic. The reason I'm not using anything more substantial is because when his seat is back here, it's going to hold it. And then the amp rack is so tight over there, it's not going to move left to right. So these are basically just going to keep the bottom from moving at all. So that's the next step. I'm kind of forgetting to record because Connor's here and we're just talking and having fun, and he's a super happy camper. So I just used heat to form those to what he's got. So obviously he doesn't have the carpet in here right now, but when he puts the carpet back in, it shouldn't matter at all because it's so thin, it'll just sit down. So that's the next step. All right, box and amp R1. This thing is completely connected. It ain't moving. I'll show you the back side. Go around the other side. The shop is an absolute disaster right now. Stuff. Okay, so we used 4 L brackets. I was hoping to use more, but my brother let me down. He was supposed to send some L brackets with Connor, and it didn't happen. So we had to go to the hardware store and get them. So next step is I'm going to do the power disconnect, and I lost sleep last night because this thing fits in there so freaking tight. I could not have asked for any tighter. However, I was thinking, if it's that tight, when I put the wires in, where are they going to go? Luckily for me, where this sits, there's a freaking hole right here on his A-pillar trim. So we're going to run all the wires there. So again, power and ground are going to go this way, and then signal is going to run behind the box, tucked underneath the rear panel, and it's going to go down the driver's side. So I'll get that plug built and I'll be back. All right, so your view is going to be a little obstructed. Hi. So I got the camera set up inside the truck. We have the power and ground hooked up. We forgot to pull those off. Oh, we're so fired. Does this just unclip?
What is it?
Connor, your A-pillar here?
No.
Is it screwed in?
No. The bottom unclips, but it's a pain in the butt to get out. You want to do it.
Where's the clip at?
It's up in the center.
Up here?
Yeah, I believe so. Towards the back of the
Well, we'll probably be okay because really all I need is to feed the power and ground wire down through here, and we're going to feed it. We're going to feed the power through here first.
Okay.
And then we'll probably wind up feeding the ground up. So we'll probably be okay. But okay. I did want that off. All right, here we go.
Sweet.
Let me go open that other door. You want passenger side or driver's side?
Probably driver, so that you can do the power and everything.
Okay, so it's open, but not open. I got a freaking metal sliver. How does that happen? Ow! Boy, that hurts. We'll get it in a minute. All right, so I'm going to leave this unhooked for now. We'll hook it up once we get in the car.
Okay.
All right, so driver's side, passenger side. You want driver's side? I got the amp side.
Okay. Where are we going?
Probably we will go in. Yeah, let's go in that door. You going to be able to climb in? We didn't think this through.
Not really.
Watch your head.
Oh. Ouch.
All right, you got it done. Somebody left that garage door half open. Oh, man.
Who did that?
Dude, I think we didn't think this through. You need to go in first.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. Hey, at least somebody opened that door.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, now make sure this is up and behind. Go ahead and drop it down.
Yeah.
All right, now, and this has to go into this little guy here. All right, take it all the way over.
Okay.
All right, now. Actually, pull it out. We're going to have to go my side in first because these wires have to go into this hole.
Okay.
Okay, hold on one sec. Hold on. I don't want yours. I'm going to go in there as well.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going. All right. Very tight fit.
Oh, it is. That's all the way in.
Look at that.
Sweet.
All right.
Cool.
Last night sucked so bad. So we spent pretty much all day long working on getting this masterpiece, and I gotta say it's a masterpiece. Anyways, for some reason, this amp, the 40 or the 80.4, we fired up. It immediately went into protect. I think it might have had something to do with what we did is what we tried to do is use. I can't really. So there's grounds right there. Those are factory grounds, but it's a long run for a ground. So we created our own. So we're going to use bolt locking washers. I'm going to throw a bolt on the other side, so that sucker's going to be tight, but it's only going to be like maybe an 8-inch ground, which might make a big difference. And then this thing, oh my God, this thing, we wanted to die last night. We blew 2 fuses, have no idea how we did that, but I'm an idiot, and I'm going to tell you why. How do you flip the camera? So on my channel, I pride myself on, my screw-ups. I'll show you my screw-ups. I didn't show you last night, but what happened is your boy's an idiot. So we hooked up what we thought was the remote wire, and in La La Land, we tried pulling remote from the factory harness, which, as you all know, well, maybe you don't know, but the remote wire comes off the deck, not the factory harness. So today we are going to rewire that. We're going to pull actual remote from the deck, because what we were doing is we're turning it on. The deck would come on, and then nothing would happen. So what I did is I just used a jumper wire from what we thought was our remote to keyed power, and it would come on, but the 80.4 would automatically go into protect. I think that might have something to do with the ground. I'm not sure. We're going to find out today. I'm hoping there's nothing wrong with the 80.4. If there is, he's going to have to send it back. But the good news is if it doesn't work, we're still going to hook up his 4 speakers to deck power. We know that the sub amp is turning on and is working. As far as we know, we haven't actually heard it. But so that's the plan for today. Okay, ground is in and installed. So the main thing when you do this, paint has to be stripped. So I have a little wire brush. So stripped all the paint off, drill a hole, and then throw the bolt through. I'm sure you guys have probably seen where you'll just have this and then you have 3 self-tapping screws. No. This is the right way to do it. Or probably the best way to do it is they make a kit where it has a drill bit plus a wire brush that drills the hole, strips the paint at the same time, and then you use a it's like a gripping washer. I don't have any of those, so on the back side of this I have a secondary washer as well as a locking washer. So this thing's tight, and then on the back side of this, strip caulk, so no moisture gets in here. So I just wanted to give you a quick tour. So I got the fuse in the engine bay. I used a couple of push zip ties with existing holes, so it's going right along the fender. Didn't drill any holes, and then it goes down and it goes underneath the box and then directly into the firewall, so it stays completely away from anything that gets hot. So the time has come, we're gonna fire this up. All right, here we go. Let's see if the deck turns on. Oh, we got deck. Let's go. Right here, buddy. Yes, okay, we have deck power. Do we have amps? Do we have amps?
Yeah.
Look at that. We got 2 blue lights. This one last night would not come out of protect. Oh, we were fighting this. So then there's our ground again. That's the wires. And that is what it looks like in the truck. I am so happy. So we have to tune this. So now we haven't heard it.
Alright.
We haven't heard it. We're gonna see what's going on. Well, something's playing. Turn up the volume. Do we have music?
We do.
We got sound? Yeah, we got sound. Woo, copyright. All right, are you happy?
Yes.
Are you happy?
Yes.
I am freaking beyond
Dude.
happy. Everything's back together, and we're going with the Kenwood Exelon KMM X704. Yeah, baby. All right, time to tune. I'll come back when we're all done.
All right, so this is the setup after we got it in. You know, as you know, 210s, both the amp racks beautifully wired in. So yeah, got the carpet in. It's a little dirty because it's been a couple weeks, just getting it tuned and ready. So here's the sound clip.
Oh my God.
So this last video, there was a lot of jumping around. I found out that when there's someone here working with me, half the time I forget to push the record button. But at the end there, you got to see a screenshot of the warranty issue. So what happened, and I really tried uploading the video, but for some reason it won't upload. But he put his seat back too far, and when he was bumping, one of the subs actually hit the seat, and it tore all the way across the from the dust cap, like from edge to edge. So he asked CT Sounds what they'd do for him, and they said, hey, you pay $20, and that's the shipping of the sub, and we'll send you a new sub, even though the damage was due to his fault. So in the very last clip today, before I upload this, he is going to send me a video of everything going good. He's got grills on him, so that doesn't happen again. And thanks for coming along with this journey. Hopefully, here in the next few weeks, the next video I'll be dropping will be one of the biggest boxes I've tackled to date. It is for an DD Audio 818F, and it is an 18-inch subwoofer, 7 cubes. This thing is massive. It's going to be tuned to 28 hertz, and I'm doing something with the box that I've never done before. Basically, it's an appearance thing, but I think it's going to set me apart from everybody else. So, thanks for watching, and have a great day, guys.